The views expressed in this video presentation are my opinions and not necessarily the opinions of guests and others sharing or reposting this video. The content is produced only for educational and informational purposes. Do not regard any statements in this video as a recommendation to buy or sell any financial instrument. Investing comes with risk to loss of principal. Always conduct your own research and seek guidance from a professional investment advisor. National Investment Advisor. I'm Dollar Will, and today we got a guest here with the guest, Matty Ghost. You've seen him around these YouTube streets. Say hello to the people.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
Yeah. So, we y'all around. We kind of, from time to time, hijack people's comment section. No matter what the topic is, we just take over and just start talking about stock ideas. So we want to, apologize and thank everybody for allowing us to do that. Nothing personal, we just start thinking about that money, and that's, we got to get it in.
Yeah.
So I brought Matty on. Brought Matty on today. Matty's known for trading the penny stocks, and Matty been kind of hanging out with Dollar a little bit, adding technical analysis to his game. He was already successful trading using phone, and he's adding the technicals to it and to the group, my Patreon group. He is the only person over there that's trading the pennies. So he brings some knowledge that really none of us have, because we don't spend time with it. And it's a specific set of strategies that you have to use in that world. And so, as about technical analysis, I'm learning from him how he find these stocks. And so it's in the course of talking about the technicals, he started coming up with all these ideas having to do with the pandemic. I understand we can't say that C word. We're not gonna say that word,
Right.
So I said, wow, Matty, why don't we take this to YouTube, so people can basically see how traders think. I mean, it's kind of gruesome that, in the middle of crisis, we think about making money, but I mean, what's worse, thinking about losing money. So that's what we do. So welcome again, Matty.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Go for it.
Yeah, well, what I've been noticing when the market goes down, a lot of times people go to pennies, and what's the hottest thing right now is anything that can treat or anything you can equip yourself with PPEs to protect yourself against it. So I've been looking around, finding a couple of things here and then, and trying to make some money off it. So, and that last one, that NSPX, I made like 2,400 on that one. So I cashed that one out.
So when we want me to bring that one up?
Yeah, you can if you want to. Yeah, I already sold it though.
Yeah, well, want to see what you did, and let me see. While I get it together, y'all, let's see what I need to do. I want to see it that way. All right. And everybody looking at Bitcoin here, I'm gonna be doing something on that for y'all. Some issues with this chart, it don't look too promising for Bitcoin. It's about to bite it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm staying away from that.
Yeah,
I'm staying away.
I'm not a Bitcoin hater, y'all. Don't want the Bitcoin squad to come after me. I just call it like the chart see it. I love the trend. If the thing ain't paying me money, I don't have no love for it. So I'm only with a stock as long as it's making money.
Yeah. Well, with Bitcoin
What was
now
the
they can
one you told me to put in? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna
Sorry,
say,
go ahead.
with Bitcoin they can do the. Oh, the stock.
Go ahead.
Oh, NS
No. Go ahead. Make
NS.
your Bitcoin statement. Then we'll get to this. Finish your Bitcoin statement.
Oh, I was just saying with Bitcoin, now that they got the derivatives market, they got futures. It can be manipulated. You know, before there was no holds barred, there was no regulations, and there was no structure. So of course it was gonna blow up. You know what I mean?
Right.
In
Right.
hindsight, thinking about it, there was nothing holding it back. But
Right.
now you got you got structure to how it's traded, so it's gonna be
Yeah, it trades
manipulated
on the
one way or
futures
another.
market. Yeah, it
Yeah,
trades on the futures market. You got big money in it now. Big money that's like sophisticated. They know how to trade. They know how to move the price around. In the beginning, it was easy to just jump in there, as a rookie. But now, when you trade in Bitcoin, you trading against sharks. So you got to know what you're doing. You know.
yeah.
So I'm sorry. So what's the symbol you want me to look up?
Oh, NSPX.
NSPX. We see the Black Brain Trust into the room. What's happening? And Ill Will salute.
Oh, Ill Will. What's up, bro?
NSP. I'm sorry. Did I do that right? NSPX.
Yeah,
Okay, and it's called, what is it? Inspire Therapeutics.
yeah.
So what do they do? I mean,
Well, they
tell us
supposedly
a little
own
bit
some
about
patent. They
Okay.
supposedly own some patents that are related to treating antiviral infections, and so now they're
Hmm.
trying to use that and segue that into the Rona. so
Gotcha.
so they're using the fact that they have patents here and there, they manipulating that fact, and they're trying to segue into that sector. So
Fine.
it's being pumped and dumped, pumped and dumped.
Okay. We got a 2 hour chart here. So you said this is one that you used to own, and
Yeah.
so when did you get in?
I got in, I got in at 004 and 005. I think that was 2 weeks ago.
See, that's the thing about these daggone pennies, man. It's like sub numbers. I mean, you gotta you twist your
Yeah.
brain around for this stuff. 005.
I believe
Okay,
I
no, see,
bought that
I'm doing it wrong. Zero. See, my mind ain't getting with it right. 005. You
yeah.
know what? It's easier for me to just do this. I'll be here all day trying to figure this out. It's a whole different thing you got to do with your brain. 005. All right,
Yeah.
and I may make this darker. Okay, so you got in around there, and how long did you hold it?
I held it too long. I held it till last Friday, Thursday or Friday. I sold it at 130. 130.
Oh, so you missed the top.
Yeah.
You didn't get out. See, yeah. So you
Yeah.
had you're in that trend line. You just
Yeah.
totally
It was
just ran through the stop sign. You held on. So you start hodling on it.
huh?
You start holding on for dear life. You start hodling.
Yeah. Yeah. It did. And what
Yeah,
happened, it had a double top and then it fizzled out.
yeah. So yeah, I'm against that hodling. Yeah, you were supposed to cut bait, man. And then
Yeah,
this
but
is a 2 hour
yeah,
chart we looking at. So you had a while.
yeah.
But here's the thing about it. It looks like it might be ready, to rejoin this. For me, it's like it's all different types of ways, strategies and trading. You can have several traders on, and they can, disagree or not. I don't want to say disagree, have different opinions about where they want to buy it. Like someone would buy this breakout here and ride that up. Uh, as I get older now, I want to be a little safer. I'm kind of coming around to wanting to be the person to enter right here. Let it show improve. Let it naturally take back, and I'd be in. this would interest me now, likely. But I would, if it went below here, I'd bail. But this is interesting
Right.
to me here. But we could get a C wave. That would be the only thing that would throw me
Oh,
if I
really?
saw it make a lower. If it went lower than this low of this candlestick, that would kind of make me wonder if we're gonna get a C wave that's gonna bring it lower. But it looks pretty good. But so yeah, different strokes, the different folks and everybody listening to this channel. This is all for entertainment purposes, and it's very. Let me just say in general, it's very dangerous to buy something because you see someone on YouTube, even me, because I'll bring up something because I'm interested in just how that chart looks for that day that I'm looking at it.
Right.
But the price can
Right.
do something like start falling, and I won't be on the next day to say, hey, you should get out of this now. My mind is on to something else, So I'm just
Yeah.
like only interested in it within the context that I'm speaking on the day that it comes out, So we don't really like technical analysis. It's like probability. It's a study in probability, okay? But things don't always work out. So what you're trying to what we it's a discipline. You have to basically admit when you're wrong, when things yeah. So basically that's it. So I can say that it looks good right here, but it might start going lower over the next couple of days and go lower than here, which would change my whole assessment of the probabilities. At that point, I have to hold out the for the realization that the possibility, if not the probability, that it could keep going lower and take all this away. You know.
Right.
So, but
Yeah.
I'm saying just on the surface right now, looking at it. It looks interesting, provided it doesn't, like this candlestick is lower than the previous one, provided it doesn't keep going lower and go lower than this. Yeah, it looks interesting to me. But that's uh, why, again, just to beat the horse in the ground, be careful taking, stock advice from any of us on YouTube. Okay. All right. So,
Yeah.
you need to be in a structured kind of environment where you're learning, somebody's teaching you this stuff so that you can have a continuous dialogue. Maddie and I, we trade um, communication, on Patreon. He'll just any time of day he'll pop something on there, and when I go to the site, I'll see it and I'll say what I see, and other people are doing it who track. You got some people following Bitcoin, some people following um, XRP. I'm following the dollar. Somebody else is following the British pound. Somebody else is following the Japanese yen. So it's just all this stuff. But you
Right.
out of this now. But like I said, I would
Yeah.
definitely when this is done, it might be worth putting an alert, even though you're not in it. Putting an alert and see if it if it I would put an alert here just to know that it went lower. Then I would probably put one a little higher up here just so you know that it's still going higher.
Oh,
Or like
okay. Yeah.
or yeah, just so you know that it's trending higher, because this thing looks like it's like this was a nice little pullback, for a wave two, and it could be going.
Yeah.
It could be
I thought
going.
it was a wave too because I saw it did a double top and it didn't break out.
Because look at this. It gapped here, right? Big gap,
Yeah.
came down, and now you made a higher high right here. And so
Yeah.
we've come down here, and if we don't go lower, then that takes out going lower here. So the next move is to make go an extended run above this high. So for me, this would interest me here. So like us in a trading room together, I could profit off your research because you will find these, and when they pop, I'll be like, okay, I'll let it come to me. I'll just make a list of all the things you traded that you made money on, and when it pull back, I say, come to Papa, and I get on it right here. I leave these pennies on the floor. I just take over, get that. you know,
Yeah,
that's look,
I got another one that is about to do the same thing, but I haven't bought any.
which one is that?
I think they do testing kits for the affliction.
What's
It's
the mm,
T TRBO. I have to look at it again. I think they do testing kits, if I'm not
Turbo
mistaken.
Global Partners? You said you think they do testing kits?
Yeah, they're trying to get into testing
Let me
kits.
see
It's
if
either testing.
let me see what my site are charts. I like them because they got a lot of good information.
Yeah,
A lot
I
of
u- I use I use stock TA too sometimes.
you said stock TA.
Yeah, I guess it's
I
technical
think that is
analysis. It
stock
has.
technical analysis. I think that it is. I don't have any information on here. Well, the other place that's good is Yahoo, but I don't feel like going that. I ain't going that deep. But Yahoo has you go to Yahoo, you put the symbol in, you click on profile, and it seems like every time I oh, got a full house. Dre Raphael, what's up? Money Mike in the house. Ill Will, Brain Trust, cool. All right, happening. What's happening?
Yeah,
Let's see. Let me get back to this. Man, this thing is like, what is this? This has got no float. When you see it like this is the danger of the pennies. I can't mess with this, man. I can't do this. You know. But it seems to have been, whatever this low is, we're looking here, y'all. Man, this is like seriously a fraction. So let's see. Hold on. No, so that would be 2 cents, right? Because
yeah,
point one would be a dime, so that's 2 cents. All right.
yeah,
And so this high is, see what it is. This thing is so low, or such on the fractional that this scale doesn't even show it. I would need like 4 decimal places to show what that range is right there. But the law of small numbers is that when the penny is like at this, when you're talking about literally pennies, it doesn't take much to make a 100% move. Go from 1 penny to 2 pennies is a 100% gain. You know,
yeah,
so that's the whole game of it. Now, these things are so small, and this thing doesn't really have a lot of data. So it hasn't really been around. Well, let me not say that. I don't think it's enough float to make the chart. Well, yeah, put the line, it's just not enough data. So that's my screen
yeah. I
dirty.
think
That's what that is.
yeah, I think they just segued into this sector not too long ago.
Is this a company that just had like a IPO or something recently?
No, it's a company that I think they might have done a reverse merger
Okay.
and reset their business model.
Hmm.
Oh, they do thermal scan,
Okay.
thermal human body temperature scanning technology, which
So
is
I'm
pretty
looking at
much
how long this thing has
a
been going
thermometer.
sideways. I'm looking at the fact that it's been going sideways since like September. So usually when you
Yeah,
see stocks that have gone sideways for a while, when it when you find a stock that's been going sideways like seemingly forever, when they break out, they really pop.
yeah.
They really do. So you said this one does what kind of work again?
Uh, Thermal temperature, human body temperature with a thermal temperature device. It's
Now,
pretty
again,
much a
I want to emphasize that these are short-term plays. So like when you get in this,
yes,
you just trying to
yeah,
get a pop, and so you
yep,
might hold it what for a week or a couple of weeks, and maybe like a
and
month
that's it.
at the out long as a month.
Yeah, exactly. And then
And
I'm out of there.
you're out of there. So so that's another thing when you guys are listening to people talk about different stock ideas. You don't really know what their trading objective is. They just might be trying to catch a pop of, like something like this. You make 1,000%. You get it right, but if you get it wrong, you've been, stuck in this long channel forever, but if you get it right, you might make 1,000% or whatever, and you take your money, you go sit down, because it's really not a lot of volume in here. And so these little penny stocks will get, or as you hear people say, pump and dump. It's a lot of that going on, where people come in and they flood these chat rooms and promoting that you buy this stock or that one. And so when it runs up, the person promoting it sell all their shares and they crash again. You get caught. So
Yeah,
we know that there's a game in this, but if you know technical analysis, you can game the game. So this is the wild west of trading. I'm not this is for entertainment purposes, and it is quite entertaining watching people make a lot of money real fast and lose it real fast. But I'm definitely not encouraging that people get involved in this, especially if
yeah,
they don't know technical analysis.
yeah.
Okay.
That's one of my dirty trades. I haven't traded into it yet. I'm just looking at it just for
Okay.
future reference.
Right. Now, something
Those are
like
just
this, what's like, because it doesn't have what they call a large float, meaning it's not a lot of money trading in this. You can't really put a whole lot of money in it, because you would basically absorb all of the trading volume in a day. So, like, what's like
well,
the maximum you would invest in something like this?
well, it depends on the volume, and then how many shares are restricted and unrestricted. If they have a lot of unrestricted shares, just because the float is low, they can still dump shares into the market, to provide liquidity so people can buy and sell.
Hmm.
So if you time the structure out and the float gets locked up and they stop, releasing shares into the market, once they have a nice little headline, you can make a nice little pop because the promoters are promoting and sending emails out, and then people will start buying into it. So
Okay.
then after.
When I'm sorry, when you said that there might not be any restriction on, you talking about restrictions on the company itself?
No, the shares itself, like
Okay, the person owning the shares, there's some rule that's stopping them from selling. Is that
yeah,
what
it just
you're
depends on the share structure, because some shares are restricted and some are unrestricted, meaning that you don't have to wait to sell. Like the ones that are unrestricted, you can sell at any time. The ones
right,
that are restricted, there's a time frame you have to wait until you can dump into the market.
right. Like for example, like on a lot of IPOs, you have
Yeah,
to hold
exactly.
the stock. You're not allowed to sell for a certain
Yeah,
period of time, and so that's one of those strategies that Matty and those the penny players, they look at. They make note on the calendar when those people who bought it, when they're no longer obligated to hold it, and then you kind of gauging if they're going to take their profit or not. So if it looks like the thing has run up, and you think that, okay, those people gonna, now that they're able to sell, you think that they're more likely to exercise that option, that right to sell, and you get out of the way of that. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, because what needs to happen is volume. So that's when they get the promoters to send the emails out to people that trade,
Mhm.
or newbies that don't know anything. So
So
once
what
you
do
get
you
the big.
also wait until, like, it's like, let's say your calendar shows that, okay, the people that bought it on the IPO, let's say this Friday, they will be allowed to sell. So does that mean you'll watch and see how far it drops, say, Friday and the next couple of days after that, and you might come in after they've sold?
It depends on the situation. Like with pennies, you don't wait; you just get out of there. With
Oh,
the IPO, with the IPOs, the price is gonna depreciate, but they're gonna try to hold it. They don't want the bottom to totally fall out.
okay. See,
So
what
you
I
want.
was describing as a strategy where you would buy on a dip. So you're saying no, you buy, the time to buy is when it's rising, while the stocks are still on while the selling of the stocks are still being on restriction.
Yeah, and then let
Okay,
it top, and then you get out. You get out of it while there's volume,
gotcha.
and then regardless of the price, they're gonna dump their shares anyway because they have a set price where they're gonna get their money. So
Wow.
yeah,
All right. So you said you do not own this. You kind of eyeballing it.
yeah, I'm just looking at it because the RSI is cooked and it's
Yeah.
overbought. So I know it's gonna retrace down to maybe a
So
penny or
I'm looking at a 2 hour. So you're saying when it's over? Oh, so you were looking. It's over. You know, it's kind of oversold now on the daily. You might be close. So again,
yeah.
so something like this, what would the I know I asked, I'm gonna ask the question again. What would like what's a good like conservative amount that you would just generally speaking for something like
Oh,
this that you would go,
I
okay,
start.
this is too much to put in it, and this is just about right.
A starter, I probably 3 to 500. If it's got a lot of volume, like that in SPX, I put 1,000 in it because I know I can get out when I want to.
Wow. Okay. Okay. You see this
Because
thing just jump.
one thing,
Is this thing like trading an aftermarket or something? It just jumped.
no, it's not. It's not trading aftermarket because penny stock they can't trade at after hours. It might be a T trade showing up that traded during trading hours, but they don't show up until after
Got
hours.
They just updated the chart or whatever. Gotcha. Okay, because yeah, it just did it right in front of us. Okay, so what else you got on the list?
Oh, now I'm just gonna go to my other ones. XBIT.
Man, because you told me I was reading about this after you mentioned it to me yesterday.
Yeah.
About it. And so, what does this company do?
Oh. Uh. Well, they're gonna do something with
Just generally,
antibodies.
just generally.
Oh,
Gotcha.
I don't. I didn't really look
So,
at
so
it. I just
they're
saw the
involved
headline.
they're related in some way to the current the V the pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, there's something
They're
related
bi.
to that.
They're bi. Yeah, they're a biotech company. I think they do something with antivirals, but I'm not sure. I didn't really read too strong
Mm,
into it. I was looking at the chart and I saw the headline that they're gonna be working with a nonprofit uh, using antibodies from people that have already overcome the V, and
right.
instead of adulterating the antibodies, they have technology where they can just use its natural state and use that to heal people. And
Yeah.
they're gonna
Go ahead.
and they're gonna be like using that product on people that are like near death's door,
Hmm.
severely people that are severely ill. That's what they're gonna use the product on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me see. Let me see if I can learn about it on bar chart. See what I can learn. Maybe they got something. Come over here to profile. See, we got all these scientists out there. These brothers in the chat, and they work in these science fields. They understand all this. It's a biopharmaceutical company. The company is engaged in discovering and developing true human monoclonal antibody. What the heck is mono? See, I'd have to go look up monoclonal antibodies for treating diseases. There you go. But
yeah,
I will say this: you will learn a lot trading stocks because, like I just did, I don't know what that is. You end up like looking up one word, then you look up another word, and you be trying, taking a while to digest this, and so you end up learning a little bit about a lot of things. just just
yeah,
just from wanting to know what you're putting your money in, and if there might be a demand for it. So we know that it is having to do with antibodies. So and that we know that
yeah,
related to this pandemic. And what I here's
yeah.
what technically looking at the chart, I'm looking at. Hold on, let me make this bigger. All right. The fact that it was at this price area once before, and it kind of died at that same level. Looks like it might be a double top. I want to see what the value is. Let me put it on candlestick. What's that? $25 even.
Yeah.
Let me see what this is over here. Okay, it went higher. That's good. It's 26.40. That's encouraging. So that I like that it did that. What I don't like, we're overboard again. So I would just kind of hold and see if when we go back to
Okay.
oversold, if this floor holds up. So it probably take
Okay.
2 or 3 days. What's the day? Monday. By the end of the
Yeah.
week, you know, you should know. You may know. Let's see. We'll see how
Okay.
it goes. But yeah, that's the thing that will put pause in my game. Cause you don't want to buy when it's over bought, and that's even that
Right.
little bit of just that little bit of technical awareness of technical analysis will stop people from being the dumb money. Basically, it's smart money in the world, in the trading world, and there's dumb money, and you know whether you're the smart money or the dumb money. If you didn't get any training in trading, then hate to break it to you guys out there, you're the dumb money, and people are getting rich because your loss is somebody else's gain. What's up, Art New Style TV? We flipped the script. Usually I'm in your chat, brother. Welcome over here. What's happening, my man? Young Grizzly. Didn't see you walk in the room. Lionel. Lionel's hanging with us for now. He's getting his charting game up because when them cryptos, when the time gets right, Lionel gonna be winning. You know be winning big. Y'all better watch out for Lionel. He's gonna be making moves, big moves. He's gonna combine forex with cryptocurrency. That's what we were talking about, because cryptocurrency is a currency. See, you guys are focusing on crypto. No, think currency, not crypto. It's just a currency. You know. So you learn the currency game, and you learn crypto as it relates to the currency game. Or Bitcoin as it relates to the currency world at large. That's how you get that. So yeah, young
Yeah.
Grizzly, what's happening, brother? It's got the whole house. I'm happy to see the Manosphere checking in, riding with this money talk a little bit. So yeah, so that's what I would do. I would definitely put this in pause mode for a second. You should watch.
Yeah. I got me a.
Mhm.
I, I got to start at 11 something, so
Oh, okay. Oh,
I
so
can
you
I
got
can
in
wait.
down here at this breakout. Like when it was going sideways,
Yeah.
right in this area where yeah. It may not come back down there. And so yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, we're not talking about you buying something and just sitting, walking away from it. There's no autopilot
Yeah.
with this kind of stuff.
Yeah. I watch it. I watch every day.
Every day.
Throughout
So
the
do
day.
you, do you put like alerts on the? There are ways, fam, to put like alerts that will tell you. That's what this little bell is, a little alarm bell here. You know, you can you can
Uh,
uh you can have it send alerts to your cell phone, basically, if your money is in trouble. So do you use the alerts, or you just
I
always watch?
I'm always watching because I
Yeah.
luckily I have a I'm pretty independent
Mhm.
depending on where I'm at. And currently where I'm at, I'm pretty independent, so I have a lot of free time to pay attention to everything I'm looking at. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
and
Well, yeah, this is
and
one.
then
I think I'm gonna be watching this one too, because I saw it in the news. You know, I'm like, okay, so I mean, it was like a major uh, news site I was on. So this one is on the radar of big money, because this wasn't no fly by night site. So whatever it is they working on, whatever work they do, it seems to be important to this P word, this V word, this thing we going through. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
gonna be watching this one too.
And then the other one, Moderna, I think it's mRNA.
What do they do?
Uh, they're working on a vaccine for what's going on right now. And I think they're the first ones to start trials. So I think they finished up phase 1, and I think they're getting ready to go to phase 2 and 3.
Okay, I'm sorry. They're doing trials, and what does their drug
For
do?
the
I'm sorry.
uh, is it working on a vaccine for the current situation
The current
of
situation. Gotcha. Let me see what
yeah,
that shit. That dang, we got to solve this, man. I understand. I need to speak to some of the people in the medical field over here in the manosphere space. I want to understand how understand a little better on about the. I hear that warm weather is can slow it down, and
yeah,
I want to just understand that a little better. So I'm catch up to one of these people in the manosphere that's in that health field. Let's see.
yeah,
Moderna is a clinical stage biotechnology company pioneering messenger RNA therapeutics and vaccine. Okay, so it's a DNA RNA. Okay, I got that part.
yeah,
Therapeutics and vaccines for patients. Okay, the company's product pipeline, which is in clinical stage, consists of what is this? Is this mitochondrial? Is that what that M stands for? I don't know. Let me stop. Let me quit. I'm gonna get somebody in here to know it. I think I might have to find one of these medical folks. Maybe catch up to Super Triz or something. He can break this down. That's that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I'm gonna do the next time. I'm gonna corner that brother and say, Super Triz, we need you, man. Come over here and help us break this down. Okay,
yeah,
like what
exactly.
cytomegalovirus. Oh, there's that V word. Infectious disease. Okay, for solid tumors, for lymphoma. Okay, so it seemed like they deep in it. Like, they
Yeah,
would be in demand right about now. And so
yeah,
they've been in the news a lot too.
yeah. The CEO just sold some options for meals that he already had tucked away.
Okay.
Yeah,
This was what I was looking for. It's gotta get a basic sense. Sinks as market gains. But see, when you see a headline like this, if you not all right, you got the media, their job is to write a headline that catches your attention. But sinks,
yep,
like relative to what? You'd have to really look on a chart to see if it doesn't make a new low, then that it may not be anything alarming about the fact that the price had a normal, natural pullback. But putting words like sink, you have to, if you're a technical trader, you go, okay, let me not take their word for it, the headline writer. Let me
right.
look at it on the chart and see if they just, you know, trying to, I guess the equivalent of what you call it when people clickbait, basically a clickbait
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah. There's a lot of that on
You see,
YouTube. You
they say
people,
surge is 78% in this headline. Then they say sinks in this headline. Okay, so they just, you just kind of have to
yeah,
know how to come to the charts and look for yourself, and
right.
be more balanced about see what it really is.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
there's that word, and we're not gonna say. So we know. Okay, so now we're gonna look at the charts. So this thing has been rising since August of last year. That's that's good. Let me take a
yeah,
look in on the weekly. Oh, I got the monthly right there. See, it's not generally it's technical traders. We like uh to invest in things that have a lot of price history. Okay, because
yeah. A lot of
we're
data.
comparing uh the way the price moves now relative to how it moved in the past. I'm like being very general in this because it gets gets kind of complex. And volume studies, like how many people are buying, how much trading is going on with the stock now relative to the past. And when you have stocks that haven't been around that long, it gets kind of sketchy trying to uh, compare to the past when it doesn't really have enough of a past. So we like to see 5 years, 10 years worth of stuff. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you have a like a Beyond Meat or something come out and just blow the just go ballistic. And you go, well, okay, I think I got to get with some of that. Now, what I do like about this, okay, we got a high right here. It came down low. It did not go lower. Okay, so we had a rise from here to here, and when it had this natural correction, like the headline say, sink, you know, it didn't go lower. So it didn't go lower from where it started. So that suggests that the uptrend is still intact, and that we're rising now, and we may go higher than this, which would also be good. And it may be time for it to have a decline again, but we'll be looking to see, does the uptrend stay intact? Since this started, this is the point that started this particular trend. We will be looking to see, does it remain above here? All right. So
Right.
one thing, it's building an argument, technical analysis, and this more techniques, and I'm not, getting all into it right now. I'm just trying to give you guys a basic overview of the thought process. You build an argument to gauge the probability that it's likely to continue going up or going down, and the tools we use, and then over time, you just have a certain level of experience and you get better at it. And it helps, of course, when you are working in a community of other people who are also doing the same thing, because that way you can challenge each other about the strength of their argument that they're building, and you can catch them, maybe they're just kind of drinking the juice a little too hard. And you can say, I think you need to wait until the price gets to this particular level before you can really feel confident about that
Yeah,
opinion. So that's kind of how that's technical analysis. It's a little bit of art. It's science and art. Okay. So it's a little bit of both. But yeah, this is interesting. It's in need, it's in demand, and the way that this price is moving, it's the market is showing that it's got love for it. It's God knows there's a need for it. So it went from $12 back in August, and it's up to 34 now. So I mean, we all remember months ago when we were hearing about this thing, in China, but here we are. So
yeah.
so we got a
And
classic ABC retrace right here, making it pretty clear that that's a key structural point, you know. So
okay.
so what else we got? So this, you do not own this yet, right?
Yeah, I do. I bought it a month ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So what you got in around in here?
yeah. Cause I was hearing all the headlines. I said I got to get in because where there's trouble, there's solutions. So that's what I figured I'd just go for the solution.
Okay, tell me this. Did you get in here or did you get in here after this?
I got in after the decline because
Oh, so you got in more
I was
like here.
yeah,
So you got in about 3 weeks ago, something like that.
yeah.
About 2 to 3 weeks ago. Okay. All right. And so is this one that you are in it as a trade, just trying to, catch a pop, or is this one you gonna hold for a while as this thing,
Well,
hover with
well. See, the
this?
thing is, my thing is I'm holding, but I'm not strong holding because the reason I went to that other one previously that we discussed is because there's going to be treatment. So if the treatment works, what's going to be the demand for the vaccine if you can be treated. So
Okay.
I cover myself both ways, you know,
Okay.
just in case.
All right. Well, I see we got in the chat. I got my little what am I trying to say? My box. What do you call it? Not a Fire Stick, but an Android box. I'm peeking over at the TV, and I see
Mm.
Monica Lamb. Is that Monica Lamb from Dagger Squad? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hangs out over there, and she does economic stuff over there. So everybody in every sector of black life, we all trying to get our money right. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think she helps get people organized with writing grants and to get grants, for business opportunities over there. Government grants and things like that. So y'all need to go check
Oh,
her out.
yeah.
So
That's in high demand now with all that free money coming out.
right, right, right. So they own it over there. Everybody's trying to work that money angle. So I really I move between you know the Black Brain Trust, or you'll see me pop up over in the quote unquote pro black conscious spaces. I'm all over these streets, and it's good to see all over the spectrum. Everybody's trying to get their money game up and trying to become more financially literate, become more engaged in capitalism. I mean, capitalism is not perfect. It definitely has flaws, but you got to play the game to win the game. If you don't master capitalism, capitalism will master us, and we'll just
Mm.
forever be the slave. So you know
Yeah.
so yeah,
And then
that's that.
the one we were talking about the other day, I think it's BS. I think I have to look it up.
BSGM, is that it? BSGM. What the heck is this? BioSig Technologies. Is this the one you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look this up over here on bar charts, man. BSG GM, not N. Okay. Let's just scan the headlines. Companies seek new methods to fight that V word. Okay. All right. So they got some kind of what's do they have like a patent or something?
They just bought an antiviral drug, and they used it on the V, and it was 90% kill rate when
Whoa.
they used. Yeah,
Oh, so
but
they trying not to say the word. Are they saying the word cure?
no,
Okay.
this
But
this
but a
drug, this particular
90%.
drug's already no, this drug's already gone through two clinical trials, phase 1 and 2.
Okay, how many
So
clinical trials are there? What how many how
three.
many okay, okay. All right. I just
You got one for the test subject, then you got one for efficacy, and then the third one I think is I
well, let
I
me
have to look at it. I can't say for sure, but I think it has something to do with the health of the patient.
well, I tell you what I like this word right here, proprietary. That means that they got some kind of patented process or something. So anybody using that process gonna have to pay them. So if I mean,
Yeah,
it's kind of inhumane when you talk about people's life, but that's one of those flaws of capitalism. You let people,
yeah,
so, well, look, like I said, if you either gonna profit from it, or the system going beat you down for the count. So if you're not going to really engage capitalism, I want to know why you still in this country. That's not defending capitalism. I'm just defending your logic, your rationality. Your rationale for staying in this system
yeah,
that you hate so much that you won't even try to um, defend yourself against it. Okay, so that's where I come
And
from on that. For as long as
I,
I'm here in this country, until I get my money right and accomplish my goal of you know, going back, quote unquote, home, because it is definitely my goal to not die here. Okay,
mm,
that's just my personal thing. We're free, and then for me to choose to stay here for the entirety of my life don't make a whole lot of sense to me. I'm not saying what nobody else should do. I'm just saying that's
right,
that's just my level of awareness. All right.
yeah.
It's a
But
lot.
I know phase 1 has like the test subject and the placebo. But I don't really I I haven't really studied the details of all the trials. I just go by usually phase 3 is wrapping up. If
Okay.
you get good results after phase 3, that's when the biotech companies, that's when they usually pop pretty hard.
Now, in this
So
kind of environment where, like, we're in crisis mode, so obviously the government should be like speeding these things, speeding the process up. I mean, they're gonna have to fast track this. So, although those
yeah,
those trials generally take a long time, and crisis mode like this, I don't, we can't afford to wait. You know.
yeah, yeah. And see, the reason I bought that one was because they had a 90% kill rate against the
I'll tell you.
uncurable.
I'll tell you what I like about it technically. This is a weekly chart. Okay, we got a double bottom, meaning price return to the same level like twice. Okay, but
Right.
what's good about it is when the recent uh let's say retest of this low is higher. Okay, that's
Right.
what you want.
Right.
You don't want it to be a lower low. You want it to be a higher low. This low
Right.
here says, and looking in the information box, y'all, right there. Let me see. This says 225, and this low says 236. Now, there's no
Mm,
guarantee that it's going to make a higher high, but if it does, when you have a double bottom and when the price has been going sideways for a long time, when it does go higher than the highest point between those two lows, it typically is a massive pop. Okay.
uh,
So,
yeah, I
so
was
the,
I
so
was
the
kind of
myth,
looking at that.
so the width of the sideways movement um, increases the probability that the move is going to be explosive. Okay.
Mm,
So there's like data about price action and when price gets compressed within a range for a long time. When it goes higher and breaks out of that range, a lot of money, new money comes in at that point. That would be the next thing. Not only what does it go higher, does the volume increase with it, but the fact that
right.
we're so close to this second low, which is higher. And my little imaginary trend line here, we definitely broke the trend line. Okay. And we're not overbought. So it's not if this thing is going higher. This is definitely going higher. Just looking technically, at it. Now again, like I said, don't buy it because we said it on YouTube. You don't know how long we put
Yeah,
one, if I would buy it, because I'm over there with the dollar
forex.
based stuff, but
Yeah,
people trading the pennies, you don't know what their plan is for how long they're prepared to hold. And people on YouTube, they're not assuming the responsibility to tell you when to get out, so you still need to
yeah,
kind of learn how to trade. But this thing, it looks like it could clearly, get to here 20, 22, $23 without a whole lot of fuss. And to go
yeah.
from $5 up to that, that's nice.
I was looking at stochastics, and that was
Mhm,
relatively within the range of the RSI. They weren't overbought in
mhm.
overbought territory.
All right. Well, if people listening, y'all want to get your chart game up, join me on Patreon. $10 a month. You're not gonna find nothing no cheaper. All right,
I've been advertising. I've been doing free advertising
and I
and
appreciate it. Man. I
on
appreciate it.
different platforms.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think they need to make it a
yeah, 'cause
priority. But I think I have had a little boost in my Patreon membership. That the decline of the S&P and Dow will get your attention. Because I've been telling people forever that prices take the escalator up or the stairs up and the elevator down. So prices fall a whole lot faster than they rise. And so we have a tendency to look at a price that has been rising for a year or two. And, we think that we can get around to it later and sell. And then you look and see like what just happened from February. You can take out a whole year of gain, in like a month. It can happen that fast. So what's up,
wow.
CR Frank? Oh, thank you, CR Frank.
Oh, C Frank, what's up? What's up, bro? Oh, and the last one is booking.com. It used to be called Priceline. I was just
Oh, that's
looking
okay.
at it. Yeah,
Is this BKNG? This is it? Is this it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think so. I think that's the symbol.
Okay.
Yeah.
Price nine. Okay, so they should wait a minute. Now I was getting ready to say this. Why would you this one? I don't know about this one. I look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm biased against
I'm,
this, even though
I'm
without looking at the chart. Now the chart might look good, and I'm gonna try to be objective. I'm just saying this to put my bias on the record, because with this destruction of the travel sector, like what's going on with the cruise
yeah.
companies and us being in like global quarantine. Man, I could not. It would take a lot for me to
I'm
go
just
long on this, man.
yeah. I'm just looking for a bottom. I'm not gonna buy. I'm just saying
Right.
that's on my radar because I know once things turn around, that one's gonna jump like 200-300%,
Oh yeah.
like a
Cause look,
penny stock.
this was 2,900 something like that. Let me see. What does the
Yeah,
information box say? No, 2,000 even. Yeah, my eyes getting bad. Man, but yeah, this would definitely be one to put on your list, because not too many people are gonna pay $2,000 a share. And with the destruction, this thing is going to end up, who knows, man? It might be $500 or something. I mean, it
oh,
might
that's
it might
that's a bargain bin.
exactly. It just might get
And then,
down at a price you just can't afford. To not buy it. It's like, come on, this
yeah,
thing. Man, wouldn't you love to see it down here $23? I mean, I know the stockholder is like, you come on, $23. I'm not saying it'll go there. I'm just being selfish. Like I would love to be able to buy this thing way down
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Man, look at
I,
this. Somebody got this down here. So back in from year 2000. So let's just look from here. 2000 to 2008. It didn't really do. It did okay, but not like this. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? You know, that's the tough part about trading. Psychology is key in trading. What happens is when prices fall, people lose their confidence, and when prices rise, they get arrogant. About they think it can't fall, and they get bold and cocky. Um, and then when it falls, they get fearful. But
yeah,
when you are trained, you flip that. You get terrified up here, and you get bold and cocky down here. You
yeah.
know,
I'm
the
I'm
knowledge
hoping for
down.
a red day tomorrow.
I hear
I
you.
need I, I need
You-
crimson
you-
red because whenever crimson red shows up, that's when people start going to the V the V sector. They start buying that up for protection.
Right, right. Well, I am of the opinion that this market is it's time for me to do a different feed on just the S&P. But this decline isn't over. Okay, and
Yeah,
we very well could be. I know that we're going to be. I ain't gonna say I know. It's my opinion that we will be back in decline mode before this week is out. Okay, closer when
Oh,
we get to Friday, and if not
yes.
tomorrow, Wednesday. So it's gonna be back on. We are in a bear market, and we are
You,
only a month and a half about a month and a half into it. So it's much too soon for people to be thinking recovery. No, this is epic. Okay, this is a decline of biblical proportions. Okay, all right, you know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
no, it
Because
ain't no
when the market is looking
Illuminati or
strong, though.
it's looking
Oh, I
strong.
was just
You
gonna say
go
when
ahead.
it's looking strong, the V stocks kind of falter a little bit. So
But check this out. It is interesting here. Okay, we had this prior high way back here. It rose and it fell. We don't have enough data to know what it did. Because maybe this is when the company price line or whatever when they came into existence when they IPO. Maybe this is it. But they haven't always been around.
yeah, yeah.
Technically, it's interesting that the price went near that point where it's coming to the same price area, and
Uh oh.
seems
Oh,
to have found maybe it's
okay.
fine. It will find support. So so if the
Okay.
people who want this to rise, they uh they better hope that this level here holds. You see that it was resistance here, then it was support here,
Oh,
it's a little support here, and so it's still above it. If it comes below this line, that could really nasty. Needs to stay north of this line, okay?
I
Because
want to
the
go south
people
so I can get
north
a
of
deal.
this line could give up. There you go. But the people north of it could lose confidence in it, and all hodling could come to an end, and they could throw in the towel. And then
Yeah.
when you see a big decline like that, well, a lot of people did throw in the towel. The only thing that would keep this price north of this point, people gonna have to step in and save it. So we'll see. This next thrust down is gonna be the test. You
Mm,
know, this week and next will be the
mm,
test. If we make a low lower than this, I think you
mm,
can cancel Christmas. You can cancel Christmas on
mm.
this thing. If it goes lower than this, I, I wouldn't be holding it. But yeah, like I said, I'm biased. Okay, I'm biased after seeing what's going on with the cruise industry. You know, and how much of their business is their entire business is cruise and travel. Okay, not now another reason why I hate this stock where if I had to bet whether it was going to tank lower than this line, I would say yeah, it is going to tank lower than this line.
Oh,
And I'm also biased because I'm bullish on the US dollar, and when the
mm,
US dollar rises, it stresses other currencies. Okay. So
right.
other currencies decline. So, most of the world, let me rephrase that, most of the currencies in the world, or if, decline when the US dollar rises. So if the US dollar is rising and the other declining and losing spending power or purchasing power, that means that for the most of the world, travel, even when this pandemic is over, the dollar is rising, the which I'm biased in my view that it is, then travel will be more expensive for most
Yep.
of the world. So if most of the world, if travel is more unaffordable for them, what is this company going to do? It's going
And
it's going in the
eh,
this yeah. Their
well,
revenue,
well
their
then,
revenue is going to go in the toilet. This price is going to go in the toilet. I'm just saying this is for entertainment purposes only, you know. But
then
I
you get
would bet.
short the piss out of it.
There you
And
go.
pick a couple of days out of the week and just short it and then come back.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy this with my worst enemy's money.
Yeah.
Nah, nah. But I will be doing a video, more than likely tomorrow, about where I am optimistic. So we are at a good point in this market where, whereas the major indexes are likely to continue to decline, there are certain industries within the economy that are likely to rise, and the charts show it. So
Mm.
tomorrow, especially if we're down tomorrow, and I'll be able tomorrow or Wednesday, and I'll be able to see how those industries that I'm how they fare if they, while the declining. So keep in mind that the indexes are that they represent all of the industries in the economy. Because the index went down, that doesn't mean every industry went down or every stock went down. So I think we're going to
Yeah.
see some divergence. There's some companies that actually do well in environments like that we're in right now, and
Mm.
their stocks are beaten down to a point where they are ready to rise. And it seems that big money is coming into those stocks, and you can see it on the volume graph. And so I think we're going to get some people going to have a place to go, while the major indexes are going to still, suffer a lot of stress. People are about to very soon have some options, so they don't have to. You don't have to short them to make money. You would just rotate to these particular industries that I'm going to talk about later in the week.
Okay.
So it's developing. So this was it. This
Yeah.
was the last
I keep
one.
my yeah. Oh, and I was just gonna say, Boris Johnson, he's in the ICU right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the
And
prime
that
minister.
was really right. We have somebody on that level. Um,
Yeah.
Man, that would
Yeah.
be really destabilizing.
Yeah.
That would really be destabilizing if something like that happens. Hold on. I had a cough, y'all. I'm healthy. Okay. It's like you're afraid to cough around people now. You know. Let
But
me see what we
well,
got. What we got in the chat. See if I missed anybody. I didn't. On Chris Woods. What's up? Okay. See who else who's rocking with us. I really appreciate everybody coming by. You know. Uh, Try to stay positive. You know.
yeah.
They're in the midst of all this. I guess real Vinsanity. What's up? What's up? Uh, who not to make sure I didn't miss nobody on the greeting. Faber, what's happening? Faber is like been on monitoring this channel for a long time, and I appreciate it. I recognize that. You know, and yeah, I got to give Faber a wrench.
Yeah.
Dre Raphael. I thought I gave Dre a wrench. I think they got some people on vacation or something at at YouTube. Your wrench is in the mail. Your wrench is in the mail. All right, your wrench is in the mail. you know. Um, but what was that? What was that? What's happening? Elaine. I hope I'm saying that right. The point I was getting ready to make about what were we talking about just a second ago?
Oh,
Man,
you said
you get old,
you were
man.
saying that an event could be destabilizing if things didn't
Okay.
get better, if they
God,
turn for the worse.
man, there was something it just completely left my mind. So now I understand what my father goes through when he's like, when I'm talking to him, he's got a point he wants to make. I gotta stop and then I'll make it. because it'll just leave, and like I'm having those senior moments. I'm too young for that. I'm only 56, but I'm already doing it. I can't remember squat, but
Yeah.
I think it was something along the lines of oh, there's a I wanted to make sure that, at least get my opinion out there. The decline in the market is not caused by the pandemic. Okay. We are oversupplied on just about everything. Okay. The trade war with China was about us being oversupplied in
Mm,
aluminum and steel. We have an oversupply of oil. Oil has been
mm,
declining since 2007. The people don't keep that in mind, forget that point. And it's a gangster tactic, a Debo play going on right now with the big oil companies. They keep drilling for
right.
more oil. We don't need it. They keep increasing the supply, and when you have an increased supply that's greater than the demand, that makes the price go down. And when the price goes down, you cause your competitors, your smaller competitors, to go that. So, we definitely need some fair play in this capitalism. Okay, some fair play in this capitalism, because this is the game of monopoly right here. Okay, okay. So this is just some strong Debo stuff right here. That these big companies are trying to drive the smaller companies completely out of business, so that when the rise, one, so they could potentially buy them. Okay, that's one. Buy them at a distressed price and take on, of course, all their contracts. Okay, so
Right.
it's just a cold blooded gangster tactic, But when we get to the bottom, I mean, back in 2007, there used to be many, many, many more oil companies than we have right now. There used to be many more like Transocean shipping companies than we
Right.
have right now. As I saw those companies like go out of business or end up on the pink sheets and stuff like that, getting
Yeah.
delisted, all that crap.
Like
That's how you know. Okay,
Chesapeake.
yeah, exactly. So that's how you know. Wait a minute, this economy is slowing down. And then we all saw retail. If I say retail apocalypse, everybody knows what that is. We saw stores go out of business, in the mall. But then when this pandemic come along, everybody thinks that they completely lost perspective of what was going on until this happened. Now this pandemic made things worse. It's definitely making things worse, no doubt about it. But
Yeah.
we were gonna have this decline anyway. And the thing that people should keep in mind is there's at least a potential for a wealth transfer, a power transfer. Because one person's loss is potentially another person's gain. So that's to say, that 1%, and we all talked about the 1%. We have a unequal distribution of power, and
Yeah.
this is a chance to equalize that. If we don't fall for the okey doke of Trump tweets and all this silly stuff that they put on TV in media to keep
Yeah.
you distracted from participating in the wealth transfer. Okay, that's what the game is. All right, because what
That's
they
key.
want, they being the 1%, what they want is at the end of the day, they don't care if they are poorer, just as long as you don't get richer. That's what
Right.
the distance from you or us is what they care about. They don't want to have to live in your neighborhood, and they don't want you moving to theirs. Okay, so
Yeah.
get your
Exactly.
priorities right.
Yeah.
Get this money. Participate in this wealth transfer. I'm
Yeah.
about to shut it down. If anybody in the chat want to hop on, I'll put a one or something on the up on the screen. Then I'll know that you wanna hop on. I'll drop the link. If not, we're gonna shut it down. Let's see. I'm gonna give y'all about 10 seconds. Again. I guess that's 10. Thank everybody. Thank you, Maddie. It's just say your closing words to folk.
Oh, I guess just keep your head on a swivel and have cash on deck.
That's right. Cash is king. What's up? You late to the room, anti-gravity. Man, you supposed to been here. What's up? Enigma. That's right. Enigma's in the family. Enigma Inc. is getting his charting game on. This brother came to the room with books. He already ordering books. I'm like, man, dude,
Wow.
dude, he ready. He ain't messing around. He came in the door ready, you know. So, it's one of these shows when when he get right, he's gonna be on here, talking about what he's concentrating on, trying to get his part of the wealth transfer. And he's one of, I guess, the people in their 20s would be like zennials. I got a number of people in the group, in the Patreon
Oh,
folder,
wow.
that's in their 20s. I'm like, y'all are going to be killing the game because y'all not
Wow.
invested in the stock market right now. So you don't really have anything to quote lose. And you are gaining knowledge, okay, that you can put to use when all of these companies are going to be fire sale prices. Major corporations going to be less than $10 a share. Okay, major companies that used to be over $100, they're gonna be $10. $10 or less when all is said and done. And the people in their 20s, they're gonna be killing the game. If somebody learning now, I doubt that they will work until they're 65 or 68. They
Mm,
have a chance to reach uh, financial independence long before that. So
yeah.
they're doing the right thing. But I'm gonna shut it on down. Thanks, fam.
All
We
right.
are out of here.
Peace.